Okay, having an enthusiastic, energy-filled day. Goddamn, this COVID isolation shit. I got to do something. So, anyways, we're talking about another episode of the Garden River Braves, and continuing with the introductions on who some of the team players were. And I'll get to you the young guys. So that's the next sort of generation below, are younger than Darren and myself, Stevie, and whatnot. And I got to introduce to you Bobby Lesage's three sons. There's Davey Lesage, Jerry Lesage, and Rob E. Lesage, affectionately known as the E brothers. Now, they're a little bit bigger than their dad. Their mom was, no, sorry, not their mom. Their dad was married to uh, Johnny and Merlin and Gerald's sister. So again, see all these connections coming in, eh? And when I say was married, Bobby unfortunately has passed away a few years back and whatnot. So, but Davey was his nickname was Flex. So he was always in great shape. Eh? The sort of bodybuilding, big arms. I'm thinking now he's in his early 50s and still in great shape. Solid guy, exercises well, takes care of himself. Not to say he doesn't like to party. Still doing some crazy shit, man. Diving off the roof of his house into his pool. And it's probably a good, I'd say 10 feet from the house to the pool. So he's running down there and Davey's Davey, man. But another center fielder, great arm, great range, uh, hits the ball hard. For a while, I know when he started playing with us and when we were picking him up from the different teams, because there was actually a young guys team in Garden. Oh, I can see it. Bobby got the sponsor for them up on the Thessalon Highway. Oh, I can see the name of the lodge, but I can't see the writing. Anyways, Davey, we'd put him lead off because fuck, he'd get home runs, right? So it's sure, you put this guy up, well muscled, lean, and could hit the ball. And when he'd hit those home runs, it set the tone, right? And which was great. His brother Jerry Lesage, affectionately known as Heck was more like his dad, that guy that got you pumped and stirred up and going and whatnot. And Heck was a lefty, and he played infield, and it was neat to watch him because he'd do that spin to be able to throw to second and hard throwing, as well as a great hitter. And again, like he'd worked out, he didn't have the same lean, tall body as his brother Dave, but another guy that kept himself in great shape. And he'd hit some monster home runs. And then he went down with Darren to Ashland and played there for a season with Nick McCurry. And he ended up out in Western Canada, played for all sorts of teams out there and whatnot, and played some pretty good ball. And again, another great guy. Robbie Lesage. His nickname was Bish. Not sure where he got that name, but Bish in our language is water. I'm not sure if that's the reason, the nickname, but Robbie's great guy, older brother, more mature back in the day, and another guy that played in different positions and whatnot, because a lot of times, we're playing in a small community, so guys got work commitments, family commitments, and stuff, so you played in a lot of positions. Everybody thought they were a pitcher, except Rick. I don't know why the hell you guys are warming up all the time. You can't throw the ball near the plate. Yeah, but just in case, Rick. Just in case. Right? Oh, and then their cousin, Gerald's son, Gerald Zach's son, Big J Zach. Jay, like around Darren's size. And he was Darren's catcher for a period of time. And again, another guy that made it look easy. And both him and Stevie. Like, the only guy that really had trouble catching Darren, our homegrown guys, was Jimmy the Juice and whatnot. Jimmy wore a hell of a path out to the backstop thing, going back for those balls and stuff that were zinging by his head. But Jay is a big guy, big hitter, and friendly, but loved to drink whiskey on a beer drinking team. I mean, he put away a share of beer, but holy smokes. We went and watched Darren, Paul Surratt, Paul's wife, Jay and his wife, Holly. And so anyways, we get down to the tournament in Kitchener. And I don't know what year it was, but Darren's playing. I think Darren was playing for the Smokers that year. So we go down to watch. Holly mixes some drinks for us, right? And so we're carrying in a little small case of Coke bottles, right? And which she had put whiskey in, Jay's favorite whiskey. Well, she was making these damn drinks that would fit Jay. And I remember not paying enough attention, and it's hot, so you're drinking the cold and whatnot. And I got so hammered, I ended up Auntie Joni and her daughter Alexis rescued me and brought me somewhere. So when I woke up, I had no idea where I was, not any. But anyways, getting back to Jay. Never mind another Joe story. And his cousin also played with us, Colin Zach. Colin was hanging around our team from when he was a little kid. His one nickname was Gaffer, and then Semi became another nickname at some point. But Colin, right? So Semi-colon, for you guys that didn't get that. We had a lot of poetic people on our team. Gaffer, though, was, when he was a little kid, bad little shit. Had to come to all our tournaments because nobody would babysit him. He's a, what do you call, he's a friendly little kid, or now he's a man, of course. But I remember we went to Winnipeg, and we brought in this pitcher, Ray Lato, to play with us at the Canadians, the Indigenous Canadians. And we were hoping Darren would get away for the weekend, but it was touch and go, and then he couldn't make it. And anyways, Ray was throwing the ball, and we were playing this, great. There were at least 18, 19 guys on the other team. Joey Basaraba was their pitcher. Can't remember the name, but a good ball team, some good sized guys. And so anyways, Ray's throwing the ball. Doesn't he hit the leadoff batter 4 friggin' times? That 4th time, and Ray's not a guy to protect the plate or crowd batters. Ray Lato went on to play down in, I think it's Pennsylvania that he plays in. He's played in the ISCs and stuff, and I think he even threw a perfect game in the ISCs. But anyways, Ray was hitting this guy. The last time he hit him, he actually threw it on the dirt on the right side of the line from the pitcher's mound down to the plate. Doesn't that ball take a spin, and it spins right into this hitter? So the boys from the other team, it's like, God damn it, enough is enough, right? And so everybody, like, we only got 9 guys, or maybe 10 or 11. We got 2 or 3 guys that don't fight and whatnot, and of course they were the pickups from a couple of the other reserves, right? and then Stevie's catching. And so Stevie, he was one of our leaders going into these fighting escapades and whatnot. So he's taking off the mask, dropping the glove, and Gaffer and I are playing out in the outfield, and Gaffer says to me, "Hey, Corbs, what the hell are we going to do?" I said, "Gaffer, when you get in there, grab a hold of somebody and pound the shit out of them, because we're going to get it, buddy. There's too many of them, right?" And then doesn't Colleen Nolan come out and save us, Stevie's wife? She had to be about 5 or 6 months pregnant, so good-sized belly. What a lady, what a trooper, man. She picks up a bat, and I think that's what stopped the fight, because it was like, oh shit, we got a pregnant woman out here. We better not do anything stupid, right? But even our wives, our fans, loved us and, got our backs, right? And it was like, wow. Now, the next guy in the young guys was Rick Spank Maddock. So another son and nephew and cousin connection, right? I don't think there was anybody on the team that came from the Garden River community that wasn't related in multiple ways to somebody. And I'm from the Batchewana community, but they let me in because they liked me, right? And again, cousins and all that sort of stuff too, with the Zacks, the Nolans, pretty much everybody, right? And anyways, young Spank, yeah, he played third base a lot on the Young Guns, and another good kid and a good guy that could basically play anywhere. And he was one of our lean guys, if you will, sort of more in like he worked hard, and he still works hard now, but that working man's hands, like his hands, fuck, they were enormous, and just big hands, man, and stuff. But yeah, Ricky, what's he doing now? He's one of the guys that climbs up the trees and drops your tree like within 20 feet around the bottom, and some really tight places. It's been really neat to watch him work. But yeah, and another, well, like I said, another neat guy and stuff. Paul, Big Lou Surrett played with us a few times too. And Paulie, big tall guy, eh? So probably at least Darren's height, but not that build. Paul was more the leaner type. And again, a good ball player and good hockey player as well. And he later went on and became chief of Garden River. So see, not everybody was influenced badly by our wonderful ways, right? Now goes on to another nephew of the Nolan side is Danny Tice. Danny Tice went away, played college ball, hardball down in one of the colleges here in Michigan, and hell of a competitor, played hockey, was in the tough man contests, so a perfect guy to be playing for the Braves. Also drank beer at the time too, right? And he went on to live in Quebec, where he played hockey in that crazy Quebec league, and you can look him up on YouTube. Dan Tice fights, hockey fight. And I think everybody that he fought in that Quebec league, and he fought a lot, were all bigger than him. Because I think Danny's 5'10", 5'11", solid guy, always solid, very strong, and he knocked out a lot of guys in that Quebec league, that Quebec fighting league, hockey league, or whatever, right? But and then Bobby Lesage's grandson, Warren Sayers Zach, played with us, and he was Bobby's grandson. But he got the Zach well, actually, and his dad's a pretty good sized fellow, Warren Sayers Sr., and he played just sort of at our tail end of the Braves, if you will. I mean, and great big guy, and played football, played hardball, then played fastball with us, but good athlete, and probably in his time, probably the toughest street fighter in the Sault Ste. Marie area and stuff. So, and drank beer. So, which seemed to be the credentials for the Garden River Braves. Until next time.